From Old Bridge High School here in New Jersey, this is the GMC Hoops Game of the Week, courtesy of RD Plex Film, sponsored by Civilli Cucina Italiana and the law firm of Garces, Grabler, and LeBrock. Tonight, a highly anticipated and highly consequential Red Division clash will pit the visiting Piscataway Chiefs against the home side, the Old Bridge Knights. In the official GMC Hoops Top 10, the Old Bridge Knights are the number 4 team and Piscataway the number 5 team. Great to have you with us. My name is James Corrigan, and these Piscataway Chiefs came into this season with a dearth, per se, of varsity experience, but they clearly have made up for it, shocking the GMC the other night against St. Joseph, beating the 3-time defending county champions, the St. Joseph Falcons, by an unconscionable score of 83-68. The Chiefs are in prime position tonight to take control of the GMC Red Division and potentially the number 1 ranking in Middlesex County. But Jim McComber and the Old Bridge Knights stand in their way tonight, and they are certainly a formidable foe. Their core from last season's team is back. Last season, the Old Bridge Knights, a tremendous season, the best in school history, 19-8 season, 10-4 in the GMC Red. They made it to the semifinal for only the 2nd time in their history under Jim McComber in his 7th season. The only other time they made it to the county semifinals was in his first season in 2013. The Piscataway Chiefs come in with a tremendous record last season, 23-4, 12-2 in the Red Division. But they crashed out in the GMC tournament in the quarterfinals at the hands of the Colonia Patriots. Their head coach, Darius Griffin Sr., a record so far in his 3rd year of 40-15. Battle of GMC Red Division heavyweights, to say the least. And the Old Bridge Knights are led by what one can call one of the best backcourts in the entirety of the state of New Jersey, led by Julius Belton, who was first-team All-County last season, scored 17 points in their previous game against Perth Amboy, a 58-50 victory. Also on the roster, Mike Oliva, last year the leading 3-point scorer in Middlesex County. And joining the side this year, coming off of an ACL tear last season, Jared Meyer, who was expected to be the team's best player last season. The best played plans did not come through for them last season, but they didn't quite miss him, as they had the best season in school history. For the Piscataway Chiefs, only 2 players really on their roster with previous varsity experience in the form of Tyree Barba Bay and Antonio Chandler. Chandler poured in 21 points in the game against St. Joe's and 20 in their first game against Linden, which was a 53-45 loss. Piscataway comes in at 1-1 with a loss to Linden and a victory over St. Joe's. Old Bridge comes in at 2-0. with victories over South Brunswick and Perth Amboy. This is the first real test of the season for the Knights. The Chiefs made history 2 nights ago, beating St. Joseph for the 2nd time in 2 years. The first time that's happened in 10 seasons. So we'll pause briefly for the national anthem. There you have it. Now the starting lineups for both sides. First, For the visitors, the Piscataway Chiefs, their head coach Darius Griffin Sr. in his 3rd season at the helm. 40-15 record, a 21-18 record in the GMC Red Division. Starting at guard today will be Christian Hernandez, a 5'11" junior, along with Andre Emden, 6'1" senior for the Chiefs. 6'3" senior Tyree Barba-Bay will get the start as well as number 5, Mark Davis is seen there. And there you see Tyree Barba-Bay, one of the leading performers from this Piscataway Chiefs side last season. 18 points in the game against St. Joseph. And the big man, number 23, Antonio Chandler. As you see right there, Antonio Chandler, the leading scorer by far for this Piscataway Chiefs team. He is a 6'5" senior. Now for Old Bridge Knights, their head coach is Jim McComber in his 7th season. 93-66 his career record. The first starter off the bench is the man who was first team All GMC last season, Julius Belton, their steady point guard. Averaged nearly 17 a game last season. Mike Oliva, the leading 3-point scorer in the GMC conference last season. There he is wearing number 11. Averaged over 15 points per game last season. Jared Meyer, their 3rd starter, off the bench, coming off a devastating ACL tear last season, has been working his way back into form. There is Rob Benitez, a senior, the big center for this Old Bridge Knights side. He's going to have to deal with Antonio Chandler tonight in a big way. And Sean Williams, the 5th starter for this Old Bridge Knights, transferred from St. Joseph High School last season. Williams added 11 points in the first game for the Knights. The 45-21 victory over South Brunswick. This is a home opener for Old Bridge and their biggest game to date. If you're watching us on YouTube, you see that we have an alternate camera angle here tonight, and this is not by force, this is by design. We know that many of you may be watching on your cellular devices, your phone or your iPad, and we want to bring you a bit closer to the action than what you're used to in your prototypical basketball broadcast. We would like to thank Ryan DePaul and RD Plex Films for all of their support, and is doing a great job here tonight as usual. So the two sides on the floor, Old Bridge in its home white jerseys with black numbers, the word Old Bridge spelled out on their chest, Piscataway in their traditional road black uniforms with gold numbers and letters and gold trim. It is Benitez and Chandler to tip it off here to begin the proceedings here at Old Bridge High School, and Chandler tips it back to Christian Hernandez. Old Bridge opens up in a 3-2 zone, as you see on your screen. Swung to the left corner, Chandler, but we're going to get an offensive foul. It's going to be an illegal screen. Mark Davis deemed to have moved on a screen as Piscataway trying to combat the zone. They turn it over early, 13 seconds into the game. Full court pressure showing here for the Chiefs. It's Meyer to Belton. 1-2-2 is the look. 1-3-1 rather. It's broken easily by the Knights. Going baseline, Oliva to the left corner. Now to up top, it's Belton. Pulls up from the free throw line. It's good. Julius Belton with no time to waste, 30 seconds into the ball game. He is on the board, as are his Knights. Davis. Hernandez splits two defenders. Nice move to the rack, but it's adjusted by Benitez. Benitez down on the ground to go for the ball, and a jump ball is called, and the arrow will favor the Knights. Old Bridge students out in full force here tonight. A nice crowd at a very large gym here in the southern part of Middlesex County, bordering Monmouth County here in Old Bridge. Belton walks it up, arguably the best pure point guard that we have here in Middlesex County. He finds Meyer. Leave it to Belton. Belton up top, it's Benitez, the big man, a minute into this ball game. Williams, Meyer trying to take the lane. He floats it up, it's too strong. Hernandez grabs the board. Hernandez to Chandler. Tries to find his man down low, but it's tipped up in the air, stolen away by Julius Belton. Belton with the only 2 of the game so far. And he has it near midcourt on the Knights midcourt logo, a very elaborate logo, as you can see. Between the legs, it's Williams. In the corner is Williams, Darius Griffin Sr., the always intense head man for the Chiefs, is right there along the sideline. Benitez up top, lucky to get that pass. Left wing, it's a 3, and it's good for Julius Belton. Quick 5 for the leading man for the Knights with 6:08 remaining in the first quarter. Barba Bay with it on the right wing. It's Andre Edmond. Finds Chandler through the zone. Reverse layup for Chandler. Won't get the roll, but he gets his own rebound. Center of the lane, he floats it up. That's no good. Davis grabs the rebound. He's fouled going up. And the foul looks to be on Sean Williams. That would be his first and the first one of this ball game, and it is on Williams. As it is Mark Davis to the line for 2. He came up big in their shocking victory over St. Joe's with 17 points in that one, and he adds one here on the free throw. 2008 and 2009, Piscataway beat St. Joseph both of those years. That was the last time that St. Joseph lost to the same opponent in the GMC in back-to-back seasons. Second free throw is up and in and out. No good, but it's tipped out of bounds. Should stay here, and it will. So the Chiefs are on the board, and Jim McComber upset with his team committing a cardinal sin, giving up an offensive rebound on a free throw. It's entered into Davis. Reverse layup for him, and he will go back to the line. And it looks like it's going to be on Sean Williams again, and that's going to be his second foul. Picked up with 5:45 remaining here in the first quarter, and Sean Williams will take a quick seat on the bench, picking up those 2 quick fouls. Ryan De La Cuesta, the junior sharpshooting man in his own right, will go to the scorer's table to replace him as the first free throw for Davis is in and out, no good. De La Cuesta added a little over 9 points per game last season. And Jim McComber not happy at all with Sean Williams picking up those 2 fouls, both on Mark Davis. McComber, the reigning GMC Coach of the Year from last season, and was certainly deserving of that award as Davis hits 1 of 2. It is now 5-2. 5 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Oldbridge and Piscataway squaring off here from the GMC Hoops Game of the Week. We thank you for joining us. Belton. Got it closely by Hernandez. Belton has to weave around. The right wing will leave his pass. Tip up in the air, but saved by De La Cuesta. De La Cuesta may have pushed off there. He stripped. The foul is called. Chandler can't believe it for the Chiefs, but he picks up his first foul. Last week, St. Joe's picked up only the 7th Red Division loss that it has had. Not last week, rather, 2 days ago. 2 nights ago, St. Joe's picked up only its 7th Red Division loss in this decade, the 2010s decade, at the hands of the Chiefs, as Belton throws it away, trying to drive and dish to the big man, Benitez. (5-2) Oldbridge, all 5 points being scored by Oldbridge's tremendous point guard, Julius Belton. And both 2 for Piscataway coming from Mark Davis, who has it now, puts it up from the block, and it goes. Mark Davis now with all 4 of Piscataway's points. Wearing number 5 for the Chiefs as it's Meyer the other way. From the elbow, it's Meyer, it's short. The rebound grab by Hernandez of Piscataway. Looks to push it up the floor, but it's stolen away. Jared Meyer down the floor, and he's fouled. Jared Meyer returning from a devastating knee injury last season. 5-4 again to the Knights, as you can see clearly on your screen. I'm still in a bit of radio mode. 4 minutes, 33 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Only 2 men have scored all the points in this game. Julius Belton for Old Bridge and Mark Davis, the emerging man for the Chiefs. It's Belton right now in the left wing. It's Oliva for Meyer. De La Cuesta for Oliva. His favorite spot for three, and he knocks it down. You knew it wouldn't take long for Oliva to get going. 8-4 to Old Bridge. Close to midway through the first quarter. Still a 3-2 zone for the Knights. Barba Bay, he hasn't put up a shot yet here today. Hernandez. It's Chandler from the free throw line, and it goes. That should be there against the zone defense for the Chiefs. 8-6. The lead in favor of the Knights. It's Meyer. Up top, it's Benitez. Finds De La Cuesta. The lefty dribbles up top, hands it off for Julius Belton. Oliva, left wing, thought about it, but thought better of it. Barba Bay in his face. Meyer, pass almost stolen, but got to Benitez. De La Cuesta on the right wing. Back to the basket, back to Belton. Belton throws it away. De La Cuesta does save it. Ball's on the ground, but finally picked up by Barba Bay, but it's taken away by Belton immediately. Belton all alone, and he lays it in. 7 points already for the star point guard, Julius Belton. 10-6 Old Bridge. Less than 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Davis dribbling along the baseline, weaving his way, and he's going to get called for the walk. Substitution in for Piscataway. It's going to be Jordan Martell, who is a very, very big man. Stands only 6'2". He is a senior. But you can see him down low guarding Benitez in the post, and he is not to be trifled with as the ball winds up in the hands of Jared Meyer. Belton to Meyer. Looks for the cut, but instead it's still a question to Belton. Up top, Oliva wide open, off to the left. Martell grabbed the rebound. Now it's Barba Bay up the floor. Finds Chandler back to Barba Bay on the right wing. Free throw line. Martell going to put up the jumper off to the right side. Martell hearing it from the Old Bridge fans. It's Meyer going in, and we're going to get a blocking foul. Meyer tried to dish off to the corner, so the foul will be on the floor. Called on Andre Edmond, number 10 for Piscataway. His first and the team's fourth. Benitez catch and shoot off the inbound. It's short. Fight for the ball down low. Davis could not save it, and we will remain. Edmond, rather, could not save it, and we will remain with the Knights. Off the inbound, it's Meyer. Looking for Oliva in the corner, but an illegal screen is called. Always on those inbounds passes. The inbounder is usually the most dangerous man. But that time, it was Martell picking up the foul. Rather, not Martell. Martell suits up for the Chiefs. It's De La Cuesta picking up the foul. His first, the team's third. Chandler in the corner. He puts up the three. It's in and out. No good. Fought for it down low. Finally grabbed by Edmond. Edmond stripped. Winds up in the hands of Davis. Lays it up. It's no good. Put back no good, but a foul called. It looks like Edmond will end up on the line. Andre Edmond, 6'1" senior for the Piscataway Chiefs, added 6 points in the victory over St. Joseph and 5 in the loss to the Linden Tigers. Piscataway has one of the tougher opening schedules that you will find. Open up against the Linden Tigers as the first free throw is in and out. Open up against the Linden Tigers at a neutral site. Then play the defending champion, the St. Joseph Falcons. Then here against the formidable Old Bridge Knights. And on Saturday, they will have to play a top 10 team in New Jersey, the Elizabeth Minutemen and coach Phil Colicchio. as it's 1 of 2 free throws for Edmond. (10-7). Old Bridge over Piscataway. 1 minute, 20 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Belton with 7 points. Gonna take himself, pulls up from the free throw line. It rattles home. Belton 9 on fire, 12-7. Minute 5 remaining in the first quarter. Barba Bay, second leading scorer on this team, still has yet to take up a shot. The zone defense for Old Bridge has done its wonder so far, as it's still Barba Bay between the circles. Davis faces up. Finds Edmond in the left corner for 3. It's good. Andre Edmond with a quick 3. He has 4 points. And it's 12-10. Old Bridge with 35 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Old Bridge would be wise here to hold for 1 as it's Belton above the Knights logo from your vantage point. Chandler out to guard Belton. Sets Oliva, catch and shoot in the corner. It's good! Oliva with 2 threes so far today, 15-10. Old Bridge, 5 seconds left, 4, 3. Chandler in the corner, they don't know how much time is left. I don't think he got that one off. But they say he did. My goodness, I don't know what the referee is thinking. He clearly did not get that off. Tyree Barba Bay, Jim McComber is apoplectic on the sideline. But the basket counts, and I think the referees will discuss, and they will confirm. Jim McComber, you see there, talking to this official. So Tyree Barba Bay will get credit for the 3 to end the first quarter. That could loom large later in the game, here at the end of 1. As we bring you from the best hoops action in Middlesex County to the best Italian restaurant in Middlesex County. That, of course, is Civilli Cucina Italiana, the proud sponsor of GMC Hoops Basketball. You could go there every Sunday for Family Style Sunday. Only $25 per person, the best portion. For the best prices, you can visit them at 154 Main Street in Metuchen or at CivilliCucina.com. That is Civilli Cucina Italiana, where every night's a feast. James Corrigan on hand at Old Bridge as the Knights of Old Bridge have a 15-13 lead over the Piscataway Chiefs. And Jim McComber opening up in his zone is no surprise. Consider the master tactician that he is. I recall a game last season where the Knights took on the Bishop R Trojans in the regular season, where it looked like Bishop R in the fourth quarter was going to cruise to a victory, but McComber put the pressure on the guards of Bishop R, forced turnovers, and clawed its way back into the ballgame, where they wind up winning on a late bucket from Julius Belton. Piscataway begins the proceedings. Already almost a turnover, but Davis recovers in the short corner. And we have a 3-second violation on the big man, Martell. Jordan Martell in the lane for way too long. So it goes back to the Knights here just to the start of the second quarter. Same lineups on the floor for both teams. For the Knights, it's Belton, Oliva, De La Cuesta, Meyer, and a new man, Jack Starner in for Old Bridge, replacing Benitez, the big man. Right corner, it's De La Cuesta for 3, it's short. And we're gonna get a foul called on Piscataway down low, a loose ball foul. Even though it looked like a Piscataway Chief man was hooking the head of Jack Starner, the senior for Old Bridge, the senior guard wearing number 12. But the call goes against the Knights there. Another curious call made as 40 seconds into this second quarter. Corner 3 for the big man. Martell is off to the left. And Meyer, the man with the strong rebound. Belton up the floor. Hesitation dribble, but pulls it back. Belton pulls up for 3. It's off to the right side. Chandler, a strong rebound. He's going to push it himself. Tries to dump it down low, but well over the head of Mark Davis. Minute and 2 seconds into this second quarter. Still 15-13 Knights. Belton guarded at midcourt by Hernandez, who's back in the game for Piscataway. Another corner three. It's De La Cuesta. It's long. Christian Hernandez grabs the rebound. He replaced Andre Edmond. Catch and shoot three. Off for Chandler. Ball on the ground, picked up by Oliva. Baseball pass down low. It's intercepted by Hernandez, and Hernandez draws the foul. Piscataway 13-0 this season in football with plays like that on the defensive end. And it's going to be the second foul. Charged to Jack Starner already. The first one really wasn't a foul, but that time he contested that baseball pass. Double team briefly was Barber Bay. Chandler in the corner. It's Davis on the block. Davis slipped there. It might be a walk. And it is a walk. Back to the Knights it goes. 6:19 remaining in the second quarter. No points so far scored. Controversy at the end of the first quarter. Tyree Barber Bay hitting a last-second three that really should not have counted. Belton. Going to take himself to the right side, floats it up from 5. That's one of the better moves in his repertoire. And he has 11 points already, 2 minutes into the second quarter. Chandler. It's Barber Bay. Aggressive zone D, but Barber Bay finds Davis for the lay-in. Davis with 6, and it's back to a 2-point lead. 17-15, 5:35 remaining in the second quarter. Meyer. Swung to Belton. Oliva, pump fake, but no dice. Gonna take it to the lane. A rare 2 for him, and he's fouled. Oliva surely will knock down his free throws here as the foul will go against Tyree Barber Bay of the Chiefs, his first, the team's 5th. 6 teams fouls for the Knights of Oldbridge, 5 for Piscataway. Mike Oliva came in to this season as one of the 10 leading three-point scorers in all of New Jersey, returning from last season. And just as I say that, he misses the first free throw. De La Cuesta makes way for Oldbridge in favor of the big man Robert Benitez. Benitez, a senior. With Jim McComber going to his zone, takes a lot of pressure off of his players guarding these athletic Piscataway Chiefs one-on-one as the second free throw goes. 18-15 Oldbridge, 5:20 left here in the second quarter. Full court press here for the Knights. Long pass, Edmond back in the game for Piscataway. He catches it and dribbles into the corner, puts up the 2, it's long. Fight down low, Belton picks it up. Finds Starner to the right side, he lays it in. Jack Starner adds his name to the score sheet, 5-point lead. Long pass, tried to be saved. Benitez crashes into the bench, and Jim McComber gives him a solid pat on the back for his efforts. This crowd here at Oldbridge High School starting to come to life as well. As well they should, as they have an excellent team on the floor, which could make its way to the #1 slot in the official GMC Hoops rankings when it's all said and done. Hernandez for Barber Bay. High pressure zone, and it's going to be a timeout called by Darius Griffin Sr. 20-15 Oldbridge, 4:47 remaining here in the second quarter. And this gives us a great opportunity to talk about our good friends at Garces, Grabler, and LeBrock. Any kind of law you could think of, personal injury law, workers' comp, criminal law, you name it, they cover it. With loads of branches in the central Jersey area, it's accessible to everybody, and it's big enough to handle every case and get respect from its opposition. It's small enough to be your personal neighborhood firm with 20 lawyers, over 20 lawyers. It has loads of experience. So check out the law firm of Garces, Grabler, and LeBrock. Big enough to win, but small enough to care. And you see on the bottom right side of your screen our 2 great sponsors, Civili Cucina Italiana and law firm of Garces, Grabler, and LeBrock. James Cargan on hand for the GMC Hoops game of the week. We got a good one here. 5-point lead for the Knights of Old Bridge. 20-15, 4:45 remaining here in the second quarter. Hernandez finds Barber Bay. Catch and shoot three for him. Off to the right side. He has yet to get going really today. And Belton with the ball. Starner weaves his way into the left wing. Oliva drives. Nice dish. Benitez lays it in. Knights clicking on all cylinders offensively and defensively. 7-point lead, 4:15 left. Second quarter, catch and shoot. It's Chandler, and it's good. Chandler, the tallest man on this Piscataway Chiefs team, and even taller with his hair. But he can stroke it from downtown. Slicing his way through is Belton, but he's called for the walk. My goodness. Old Bridge fans letting the official on the far side hear it. Didn't look like a walk from my vantage point midway through the second quarter, and we have a steal. Belton cannot come up with it. It winds up in the hands of Davis. Pump fake, splits two defenders, throws it up, just heaves it, and it's still loose down low. Hernandez. Nice dish down low. Fernandez to Davis for the lay-in. 2-point lead. 22-20. Timeout called by Jim McComber, and Old Bridge has not exactly been getting the home whistle here. Already two critical and potentially curious calls. The first one, Tyree Barber Bay's three at the end of the first quarter rather, was clearly a curious call. Would like to see that one on demand after this game, but that walk on Julius Belton, we'll have to take a look at that again at some point. But already the home whistle not going the way of the Knights. The referees have not been kind. So Belton to begin the proceedings. 2-point game, 3:40 to go in the first half. Cheerleaders starting the Let's Go Old Bridge chant. Starner in the game with the ball, as Sean Williams sitting with two quick fouls in the first quarter. The transfer from Old Bridge. Now it's Jared Meyer. Jared's transfer from St. Joseph, rather, is Sean Williams. Now it's Jared Meyer still with the ball. Got it by Barber Bay. Nice kick. Oliva for three. It's short. Chandler pushes the pace. It's Hernandez. Hesitation. Guarded. Excellent defense by Belton, and it's going to be tipped out by the Knights. Jim McComber on the near sideline, holding up his hands, but that was clearly off of the Knights. Chiefs to inbound. Barber Bay will exit the ball game. And for the first time today, we will see Keyshawn Peterson enter number 3 for Piscataway. Peterson's over on the left wing, as it is now straight away for Hernandez. 2-3 for the Knights. Peterson to Chandler in the corner. It's tipped out, and it's off the Knights. And we're going to have a referee conference again. The referees don't seem to be very sure of themselves in this ball game, as we see some friendly banter from two good friends, Darius Griffin and Jim McComber, and the call will go against Piscataway. And the call is changed to be Old Bridge ball. Julius Belton with it with his 11 points. Hasn't scored in the past couple of minutes, but that is sure to change. Got it by Hernandez. Belton fouled by Hernandez. 6th team foul. Assessed to the Chiefs. Second foul on the point guard, Christian Hernandez. As I mentioned before, not a lot of varsity experience for Piscataway Chiefs coming into this one. Only really Barber Bay and Chandler had significant minutes last season. As we will see David Benitez check into the ball game for the first time for Piscataway. He wears number 11 with the headband. Belton darts his way to the right side lane. His pass off the hands of Benitez and out of bounds. In the annals of the excellent players that have played under Jim McComber here at Old Bridge, Sultan Aminu stands out. He graduated in 2013. Tyler Drews really stands out. One of the best pure point guards I've seen in the GMC, as it's Chandler to Benitez. Barber Bay up top. Alley-oop to Chandler, he misses the dunk, my goodness. Belton the other way. I was just about to compare Belton to these other greats, as it's Meyer from the short corner. It's short. Ball tipped up, grabbed by David Benitez, and it going the other way. Peterson somehow winds up with the ball, and he lays it in to tie the score. First points in a while, 22 apiece, 1:49 left in the second quarter. It's Meyer. Gives up to Starner. Now back to Benitez. Belton, rather, with the ball. Takes the screen, does Belton. It's Oliva in the corner. Takes the baseline, pulls up from the block. Too long, Chandler grabs the board. Barber Bay to the quarter for Benitez. To the left wing, it's a long two, and it's an air ball. Andre Edmond put that up. And Starner going the other way. The ball game tied here. Backcourt violation. Belton was deemed to have caught the ball going forward, but the rule is that it's not where you jump, it's where you land when it comes to a backcourt violation. So another interesting call. Peterson. Chandler on the elbow. It's short. Ball bounces on the ground. Body's fighting for it, and it's picked up finally by the Knights. Julius Belton going the other way. Andrew Zalek in the game. Belton to the right side. He goes to the line for two. Andrew Zalek, number 10, has checked in for the first time in this game. Replaces Jack Starner. So Belton will get 2 free throws, and I was just about to talk about some of the better players we've seen here at Old Bridge High School, especially Tyler Drews, who one of my favorite players to watch over the years in the GMC, just to how hard-nosed he is and how he played the game the right way with toughness. And Julius Belton very similar in that way, as he hits the first free throw to put his team up by 1. De La Cuesta back in for Old Bridge as well. In and out, the second free throw does not go for Belton. 1-point lead, less than a minute to go, 43 seconds remaining in the second. Gordon to steal on the near sideline. Meyer, it was poked away from him and winds up in the hands of De La Cuesta. De La Cuesta is stripped to midcourt. Peterson the other way, he's slapped on the hand, no call. Put back is good from Edmond. Piscataway takes the lead. 24-23. 22 seconds left here in the second quarter. It's Oliva, defense channerizing from the Chiefs faithful. Meyer, 13 seconds left. It's Oliva. Belton, 9, 8, 7 seconds left for Belton. What will he do here? Guard by Chandler, slices through the lane. Left corner, Oliva for 3. It's an air ball, and time will expire on the Chiefs. But Piscataway will sport a 1-point lead, 24-23 at the half. As we see the Chiefs walk by our broadcast area here. So it's a high-paced half, which is to the surprise of nobody, considering the talent sported by both sides. But there's been some interesting plays. There's been some interesting calls. And the Stars have, for the most part, shined, especially that of Julius Belton, who has 12 points in that first half, well on his way to another 20-point outing. One of many, surely, this season for the Star point guard out of Old Bridge. Trying to get you a couple of scores here at the half from around the GMC Conference. As it was 2 nights ago, it was J.P. Stevens really turning heads with a blowout victory over the East Brunswick Bears, a team that they had not defeated in 10 seasons. They take on South Brunswick at 6 o'clock tonight. That game underway. Don't have a score at the moment. But a couple stats in the meantime here for both teams. It's Mark Davis leading the way for Piscataway with 8 points, most of them coming early. Antonio Chandler, the leading scorer for Piscataway, only with 5 points in that first half. Andre Edmond had 5 as well. Tyree Barbabay, only 3 points, the second leading scorer for Piscataway. He's a guy that really the Chiefs need to get him going in order to really pull away in this game and make sure that they stay ahead of the curve here against a very talented Old Bridge Knights team. So we're going to take a quick break here at the half. Come back in about 5 or so minutes at the half. It is Piscataway 24, Old Bridge 23 here in the GMC Hoops Game of the Week, presented by Sevilla Cucina Italiana and the law firm of Garces, Grabler, and LeBrock. Back here at Old Bridge High School, James Cargan on hand, set to begin the second half in a few minutes between Old Bridge and Piscataway. 24-23 lead for Piscataway at the half. Couple score updates for you. East Brunswick trailing Perth Amboy 13-11 at the end of the first quarter. So that is the home opener for the Bears. North Brunswick knocked off John F. Kennedy 65-53. And St. Joe's underway in their home game, trying to bounce back from their loss to Piscataway. And they are currently on top of Monroe, 15-7 late in the first quarter. Thank you, Greg Machos and GMC Hoops and all he does. So we are about 2 minutes away from the start of the second quarter, and wanted to mention something here. Recently, the Old Bridge High School community was devastated with the tragic loss of Zach Attenese and on their former baseball standout and football standout as well. Died in a tragic accident. And on January 12th from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m., the Old Bridge Knights are holding a basketball fundraiser right here at Old Bridge High School. Charity game fundraiser. That's January 12th from 4 to 10 p.m. right here at Old Bridge High School. So we're about a minute to go here in the halftime. And there's been a bit of a lack of foul shots here. Free throws being attempted. Only 4 free throws attempted by Old Bridge in that first half, and 2 attempted for Piscataway. In large part, that's due to the zone defense that Old Bridge has played on this athletic Piscataway Chiefs team. Even though I don't believe that, and from my vantage point, it looks like both teams are going to the basket pretty often. So we will see how that plays out. And there's a shot of the reigning GMC Coach of the Year, Jim McComber. He hasn't quite gotten the whistle that he has wanted in that first half. At the end of the first quarter, Tyree Barber-Bay made a three-pointer, his only points of the game, which should not have counted. It was after the buzzer, but the referees counted it regardless. So on the floor to start for Old Bridge is the same starting five that they began the game with. Julius Belton, Mike Oliva, Jared Meyer, Robert Benitez, and Sean Williams, who picked up 2 quick fouls in the first quarter and sat the rest of the half. As a result, it's Belton, guarded by Christian Hernandez. It's Christian Hernandez. It's a give and a go. Down low, Belton is fouled by Hernandez, and Belton will go to the line for 2. What a great feed by Meyer to his compatriot in the backcourt, Julius Belton. Already we see the chemistry from those two growing as Meyer works his way back from the injury last season. To start off for Piscataway, it's Tyree Barber-Bay, Antonio Chandler. Mark Davis, as the free throw is no good for Belton. Mark Davis, Andre Edmond, and Christian Hernandez, the same starting five as they began the game with, although Christian Hernandez exits the game with his 3rd foul that he just committed there on Belton. He's replaced by Keyshawn Peterson. Belton misses both free throws, and it remains a 1-point lead for Piscataway, 20 seconds into the fourth quarter. Left corner, Peterson for three. It's off the back iron. Barber Bay skies up for the rebound, lays it up, no good. Still fought for, and Oliva's going to push the pace for the Knights. Hesitation dribble, splits defenders, no good. Rob Benitez grabs the rebound. Belton, it's Meyer slicing the lane. Williams for three, it's short. Barber Bay with the rebound. Still Barber Bay, it's Chandler. Still a zone here, cross court. Finds Peterson. To the elbow, Davis double teamed and back out to Barber Bay. Thought about the three, but thought better of it and made it into the second half. Edmond. Up top, Barber Bay. Nice feed. Chandler, free throw line. It's blocked by Benitez, but the putback is good for Davis. 3-point lead for the Chiefs. 26-23. 6:40 to go, third quarter. Meyer. It's Williams. Benitez, elbow, pump fakes. Oliva pulls up, 15. It's good, and one! Whistle came late. Looked like he got hit on that shot. But you can always count on Oliva to hit the big shots. It's the third foul on Tyree Barber Bay. A costly foul indeed. Darius Griffin will go to his bench. Free throw off the back iron, no good for Oliva. It's Peterson on the other end for the Chiefs. Chandler tees it up for three, it's good. Chandler extends the lead for the Chiefs to 4. 6:07 left, third quarter. Meyer. Still Meyer. The great ball handling skills of Jared Meyer on display, but instead it's Julius Belton. Got by Barber Bay. Still in the game with 3 fouls. Darius Griffin has already sent a man to the scorer's table to replace him. But he's still in there. It would behoove him to attack, and attack he will. Belton will get called for the charge, however. He, after the dish, slammed his way into Antonio Chandler, who put his body on the line. Barber Bay will sit with his 3 fouls. And Jonathan Livingston will see his first action of the game. Number 31 for Piscataway. He has the ball now. Livingston, hounded by Oliva going up the floor, but he breaks the pressure. And we're going to get a foul off the ball, I believe. Jack Starner in the game just now, replacing Ron Benitez. And it will go against him, his 3rd foul for the Knights. 2 fouls on each side so far in the second half. It's Livingston, lost the handle ball. I believe it went off his leg, and it did. So back to the Knights it goes, but they're in a hole down by 4 points here in the third quarter. 5:30 to go in the frame. It's Belton. Gets a screen from Sean Williams. Belton drives, kicks. Oliva open for 3, short. Davis grabbed the board. Livingston on the other end, look out here. Dishes to Edmond down low, was hit on the arm, but no call. The ball goes off of a championship banner overhead for Old Bridge and will remain with the Chiefs. Peterson inbounds to Davis. Back to Peterson. Davis tries to spin, he's called for travel. So back it goes to the Knights, a low-scoring affair here in the third. Only 7 total points so far with 4:50 remaining. Williams. Ignores the cutting Oliva, instead it's Belton on the wing. Oliva stuffed! And it's taken away from him, and a foul called on Oliva. What a play made by Edmund of Piscataway, almost taking the ball straight out of the hand of Mike Oliva as he was putting up the shot. And Oliva called for his second foul, the team's third. Edmund in the backcourt. Double team was Chandler. Back to Edmund. Pump fakes. Tries to take the space. Picks it up in the corner. Not recommended. And Darius Griffin will call time. So with 4:29 remaining here in the third quarter, it is 29-25 in favor of the Piscataway Chiefs. And now seems like a good time to tell you that you can ring in the new year at Civilli Cucina Italiana. $75 per person. Bring the whole family for a full 5-course meal on New Year's Eve night. That's $75 per person for a 5-course meal. You could bring the whole family, bring your grandparents, your aunts and uncles, everybody down to 154 Main Street in Metuchen, or visit Civilli Cucina, CUCINA.com, Civilli Cucina Italiana, where every night is a feast. Old Bridge now 2 of 7 from the line, I believe, in this ball game. A costly statistic for them, as it will be Piscataway to begin the proceedings. Peterson inbound. Lost it to Chandler. Dumps down low. Davis moved the large distance there. He missed the layup. And it will remain with the Chiefs. Somehow Davis kept his pivot foot on that play, but nonetheless it's Peterson inbound. Peterson, not a great pass, stolen away. Belton down the left side. He's fouled. It's going to be on the floor. He was bumped as he grabbed the ball. It was a late whistle from the official. As back into the game, Jordan Martell for Piscataway. He wears number 42. You can see him down low. You really can't miss him. Belton. Oliva off the screen. He's open. It's short. Chandler with a rebound. He does not miss too many of those. Starner almost trying to foul there on purpose. Edmund trapped in the corner. He's double teamed. Finds Peterson looking down low off the hand. It was off the hand of Martell, but they call it Piscataway ball. So Piscataway catches another break here. Peterson inbound again. He has it in the corner, back out to Chandler. Swung to Martell. Double teamed. Back Chandler, he's open, straight on. It's a 3. It's good! Chandler from downtown. 32-25 Chiefs. 3:38 left here in the third quarter. Oliva back for Belton. Meyer back to Belton. Back for Meyer. Belton tried to step into one, instead dribbles in. Meyer will step into this one. No. Sean Williams skies up for the rebound, and he puts it back in. The junior transfer from St. Joseph finally makes its mark. 5-point lead for the Chiefs. Martell down low, barrels into a man, and he's called for the charge. Martell picks up his first foul, and he will have to sit Christian Hernandez back into the ball game, the small point guard for the Chiefs. Hernandez, a junior, stands at 5'11". Ryan De La Cuesta will see his first action of the second half as it's Belton to the left side, slices through, he lays it in. Lead down to 3 for the Chiefs. Double team, Barba Bay. Still with it, Barba Bay. Looks down low, it's tipped by Meyer, but it's out of bounds. Excellent pressure defense from Old Bridge, executing the trap to perfection, just could not come up with the ball. As it's Chandler to inbound. Count is on, he whips it into the backcourt. Belton better be careful as Hernandez up the floor. Belton will get called for the foul there. A bit too overzealous on D. 4th team foul on the night. And that is only the 2nd foul on Belton. Barba Bay to inbound. Loft to the elbow. Edmond drives in, it's blocked from behind. It's by Meyer. Chiefs get it back. Chandler will go to the line. And Meyer will pick up the foul. Meyer did a great job to block the original shot from Edmond. But the Knights could not corral the rebound. Chandler to the line. And he misses the first free throw. He has 11 points. Chandler poured in 21 against St. Joe's 2 nights ago in the Chiefs' shocking upset victory. And he hits 1 of 2 there. Lead back up to 3. 2:25 left, 3rd quarter. Meyer. It's Belton. Back for Meyer. Back for Belton. He's going to step into this one. Rims out. Williams again skies up for it. Very athletic youngster is Sean Williams. He's going to try the turnaround, but it's off to the right side. Davis with the rebound. Peterson going coast to coast and 1. Nobody stopping the ball for the Knights. And Keyshawn Peterson will take it all the way. The 6'3" junior will have a free throw, and he has his team up by 6 points, 35-29. Peterson for 1. Misses right. Williams with the board. 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. The Knights find themselves in a hole. Meyer was open. He didn't take it. Instead, he slices through with a finger roll. Oh, we have a double dribble called on Peterson at midcourt. And Peterson will sit. Edmond will re-enter number 10. Oliva, Belton, Meyer, Sean Williams, and Jack Starner now in the game for Old Bridge. Hernandez, Chandler, Edmond, Barba Bay, and Davis in for Piscataway. Piscataway switches to zone here. Williams, contested catch, dumps it down low. Starner dribbling through the baseline. Meyer full head of steam. Oliva catch and shoot. Off to the right side. Williams, another offensive rebound, his 3rd. Last 2 minutes. Oliva for 3. It rolls in. 1 point game, 35-34. Chandler, 25 feet. It's an air ball. Belton scoops the rebound. He looks to push. Belton. It's Williams. Oh, he knocks it down. And this crowd has finally exploded, and Darius Griffin calls time. Sean Williams has given the team a burst of energy with his rebounding and now with his outside shooting. Old Bridge, first lead of the half, 37-35. Good time to remind you to make sure to follow GMC Hoops on all of your social media platforms. At GMC Hoops on Twitter. You can follow me at Real Corrigan for all the latest on Middlesex County basketball. And visit the GMC Hoops blog at gmchoops.com and click on the drop-down blog section on the menu for all the latest rankings and reports from around Middlesex County. And already, Sean Williams, the junior transfer from St. Joe's, showing his worth for Jim McComber and his Old Bridge Knights. This is a deeper Old Bridge team than what we've seen in the past couple of years. And it's on full display here. Sean Williams poured in 11 points against South Brunswick in their opening night win for Old Bridge, but only 4 in the 58-50 victory over Perth Amboy. But it's 54.9 seconds left in the third quarter, 37-35 Old Bridge. Hernandez will dribble it up for the Chiefs. Got by Starner, now he's doubled by Oliva. Heavy pressure. Steps into it, the referee counts. Old Bridge calls for the walk, they don't get it. Barbabé. Close D again by Starner. Crosses right. Elbow jumper, hit on the elbow, and they call the foul. There's a late whistle, but one that needed to be blown. As Starner, the guilty party, picks up his 4th foul. My goodness, the 7th team foul. As it's Barbabé to the line for 2 to try and tie this game at 37 apiece. Piscataway was such a senior-laden team last season, as the first free throw goes, that only Barbabé and Chandler really got minutes as underclassmen. But they've stepped up this season so far when Piscataway has needed leadership and needed that big scoring threat. Both free throws go for Barbabé. He ties it at 37, 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Williams. Williams has scored 5 points in this quarter, and he's grabbed, I believe, about 3 offensive rebounds as well, just in this frame alone. 10 seconds, 9, 8, it's gonna be Williams driving left all the way through, he lays it in! No defense whatsoever for the Chiefs, 3 seconds left, 2, 1, Barbabé pulls up for 3, off to the right side. And Old Bridge will enter the fourth quarter with a 2-point advantage over the Chiefs. At the end of 3, 39-37, which we see the flag of the Old Bridge Knights waving at midcourt. And the cheerleaders holding up their signs on the shoulders of their compatriots. And this would be a good time to remind you of all the good works coming from the law firm of Garces, Grabler, and LeBrock. Any kind of law you could think of, personal injury, workers' comp, criminal law, if you name it, they provide it. With many branches in the Central Jersey area, it's accessible to everybody and is big enough to handle every case and get respect from the opposition, but small enough to be your personal neighborhood firm with over 20 lawyers. It has loads of experience, so contact the law firm of Garces, Grabler, and LeBrock for all of your legal needs. Big enough to win, but small enough to care. And there you see the huddle of Piscataway Chiefs. Darius Griffin, senior, looking to fire his team up after they've given up a bit of a run here from the Knights, as the Knights have taken a 2-point advantage going into the fourth quarter. Barbabé to inbound to Hernandez. Control of the GMC Red Division is on the line here in Old Bridge. Hernandez, nice hesitation, dribble, slicing through, scoop layup is short. Oliva grabs the rebound. Belton stops in the left wing. Oliva back to the basket, hands it back to Belton. Belton guarded up top by Davis. 30 seconds into this fourth quarter. Still Belton, still stalling with it underneath. Belton now with 14 points. Davis is going to have to go up and defend here. Belton just content to dribble out a full minute of the clock. And Belton throws it to nobody. So Piscataway, after all that, forces the turnover. Barber Bay, a minute into the third. Goes to the left side, good D from Oliva, but Barber Bay still finds the floater. And we have an injury here, it looks like, or something. Sean Williams doubled over briefly. So Williams will remain in the game. We have a turnover at midcourt. Davis with a steal. Davis lost to handle the ball, but it will go back to the Knights. Missed opportunity there for the Chiefs. .6:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. De La Cuesta will sit for Old Bridge. Right now on the floor for the Knights, it's Belton, Oliva, Meyer, Jack Starner, and Sean Williams, no true forwards in the game for Old Bridge. Benitez on the bench right now. Meyer to Starner. Starner almost double team, but gets it to Sean Williams. Williams, Oliva open, a long two is good. Only two. The scoreboard in the gym has mistakenly put up 3, but it is 41-39 in favor of the Knights. Nice dish down low, Chandler to Davis ties the score. Scoreboard still has yet to be changed, but our scoreboard says 41-41. That is the correct score. Williams finds Oliva. This time it's a 3, and it's way short. Chandler is fouled. So it's unclear whether the shot was a 3 or a 2 from Oliva. It looked to have been a 2 from my vantage point, but the referee has indeed ruled it a 3. So the score is 42-41 Old Bridge, but it's 1-1 for Chandler as he was fouled by Oliva, his 3rd foul. Chandler makes the front end to now tie the score at 42. Chandler now with 13, now with 14. Chiefs up by 1. 5 minutes, 35 seconds left in the fourth. Belton. Oh, we have a foul on Hernandez. Meyer was trying to set a ball screen. Meyer set the ball screen. Hernandez went into the screen a little bit too aggressively. Hernandez doesn't like the call. And the Old Bridge fans now getting on the youngster Hernandez. 1 point lead the Chiefs. Another ball screen from Meyer. Edmond guarding Belton on the right wing near midcourt. Belton back to Meyer. Meyer's pass almost stolen and a dumb foul committed from Andre Edmond. And that's the 6th team foul on Piscataway. One more will send the Knights to the line for 1-1. Chiefs with a 1 point lead. 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. A critical matchup for both teams early in the season. It's Belton. Starner for 3. Off to the left side. Hernandez looks to push. Hernandez slices through, dishes down low to the left wing. Hernandez got it back, I believe, and laid it in. Straight away, Belton knocks down the three. And Jim McComber calls time. Score all square at 45 apiece. Julius Belton with 17 points, doing what we've all come to expect from him, light up the score sheet and lead his team as the field general. Full timeout from Jim McComber. 45-45 is the score. Midway through the quarter, East Brunswick leads Perth Amboy by 5 points. And at the half, St. Joe's and Monroe. St. Joe's with a comfortable 31-18 lead over Monroe at the half. That game moving a little bit slower than our game here. St. Joe's and Monroe. This game, along with the game between J.P. Stevens and South Brunswick, the 3 Red Division clashes here today. So all tied at 45, 4:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Tyree Barber-Bay will walk up the floor for the Chiefs. Tries to drive, lose the handle of the ball. It eludes Chandler. Oliva to the right side, and the Knights take a 2-point lead, and now Darius Griffin will call time as we have 2 injuries. 1 injury maybe. Chandler is doubled over. Tyree Barber-Bay walking away. Looks to be in pain. Barber-Bay is doubled over Barber-Bay doubled over as well. Chandler has to sit. He's upset. Not sure if it's because he's in pain or not. That may be the reason. Barber-Bay looked to be shaken up a little bit, but he looks to be all right. Old Bridge now with a 2-point advantage, 47-45. Oliva now with 17 points to go along with Belton's 17. My goodness, what a ball game we have here. And Keyshawn Peterson will replace Chandler, at least for the time being. So it's Hernandez, Barber-Bay, Edmond, Davis, and Peterson in for Piscataway. Barber-Bay finds Edmond on the block. Goes in on Starner with 4 fouls. Turnaround is good. Ties the score again. 47 apiece. Meyer to Oliva. Around the horn it goes. Sean Williams on the left wing. Behind the back he goes. Starner. Not great spacing there, but it's back to Belton. 3:47 left in the fourth. Belton down the middle to the right side. It will go! There is little, if anything, that Julius Belton cannot do. Hernandez down the floor. He answers. Tied again at 49. Back and forth we go. First points of the game for Hernandez. I believe it's his 4th. I believe he had a putback layup earlier as well. Nonetheless, it's Belton on the wing. Straight away, Oliva off 2 screens. He's fouled by Edmond. 3 shots coming for Oliva. He struggled a bit at the line today. Surprising for such a sharpshooter that he is. Coach Darius Griffin cannot believe it. But as you see there, Mike Oliva, the county's leading 3-point scorer last season, will get 3 free throws with 3:16 to go in the fourth. Crowd quiets. First is true. 1-point edge for the Knights. First place in the red division on the line here tonight. In and out. Potentially the #1 ranking in Middlesex County. Antonio Chandler will re-enter the game. Number 23 as you see on your screen. Hernandez, Chandler, Edmond, Davis, and Barber Bay in for Piscataway. Oliva hits 2 of 3. 2-point lead, 3:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Oliva and Belton both with 19 points. Barber Bay lobs it to the rim, alley-oop, it's laid in by Chandler. Back tied we go. What a game we have. Loud defense chant comes from the Piscataway section. It's Meyer. Belton, less than 3 to go here in the fourth. Belton pulls up, elbow, drains it. Unconscious is Julius Belton. Free throw line, Hernandez cannot answer, is too strong. Coach McComber will want to slow things down here, 2:25 left in the fourth. 21 for Julius Belton. Hernandez guards Belton, and Jim McComber calls time with 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. 53-51, Oldbridge on top of Piscataway. Rocky music playing in the background, coming off the heels of the very solid Creed 2. James Corrigan on hand, 53-51 Oldbridge, 2:10 left in the fourth quarter. This is where you would see, you should expect to see pressure here from the Chiefs, because Oldbridge, with no shot clock here in the Garden State, can dribble this one out. So I expect to see traps, I expect to see pressure here from Piscataway. Closing in on 2 minutes, Belton, Meyer, it's Oliva in the corner. Meyer double teamed, dribbles out of it. Now Belton on the far sideline. He will wait. 1:50 to go in the fourth. Will Piscataway set a second defender? Meyer, back to Belton. Oldbridge plays keep away here with Julius Belton. Gets around Hernandez, doubles back around. Jared Meyer. Meyer gonna take it himself. Kick out, it's Oliva. Back out to Belton. Piscataway needs to step up here with the pressure. Belton. Starter, and they dribble it back out. Will Darius Griffin change up here? 1:19 to go in the fourth. To the rim, throwing it up. It's an air ball from Meyer. Chandler the other way. Hernandez to the baseline, dishes it. Chandler left side, lays it in. It's tied again. 1 minute to go in the fourth. Belton, no time to waste, and timeout called. Timeout called by Jim McComber before Belton could go to the rim. Not sure if he could have drawn up anything better than to have Julius Belton go for the 2 there. Antonio Chandler now with 18, and you know, once Julius Belton gets ahead of steam like that, there's really nobody on this Piscataway Chiefs team that can guard him. And Belton's so good at finishing at the rim as well. So maybe a missed opportunity there for the Knights with the score tied at 53. Less than a minute to go here in the fourth quarter. Jared Meyer making maybe taking a bit of a questionable shot there as we see Hernandez of Piscataway. And we'd, of course, like to thank all of our great sponsors that you see on the bottom right of your screen. Tavili Cucina Italiana restaurant at 154 Main Street in Metuchen, and Garces Grabler LeBrock, the law firm all over Central Jersey. So Belton will inbound this underneath off the timeout from Jim McComber. 56.7 seconds left here in the fourth. Lobs it, it's picked off easily. Keyshawn Peterson. Davis on the left block. Barbabe. Chandler, pump fakes, no dice. Skips it, and Darius Griffin will call time. What a costly mistake from the Knights. 46.7 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. And different moods on the two benches, as you see on your screen. Aldridge now has a setup for a critical defensive possession when they had a chance to win the game. Piscataway, the Chiefs have just seen new life. What a ball game we have here in Old Bridge. My goodness. The winner of this game may deserve to be the #1 team in the county. But of course, the St. Joseph Falcons are always lurking. And nobody would be surprised if they romped through the rest of the Red Division schedule as they were expected to do till their slip-up at the hands of the Piscataway Chiefs. But what a tremendous ball game we have here tonight. And I'm so thankful to be able to bring this one to you right here on YouTube, courtesy of RD Plex Films. Thank you to Ryan DePaul manning the camera here tonight. And our alternate side angle. This is by choice. We want to bring you closer to the action. Chiefs begin the proceedings on the near sideline. Have Barbabe inbound. Chiefs don't want to make a mistake. Oldbridge just made it. It's Davis in the post. Spins to his left, and a whistle. Walk is called. The referee all the way on the far sideline near midcourt made the call. Referee on the baseline right in front of the play did not. Could not have had the angle there. Double team in the backcourt is Belton. Oliva has to bring it up. Meyer, and we get another timeout call by Coach Jim McComber as his Knights having issues bringing the ball up, but the referee on the far sideline near midcourt calling the travel while the referee right in front of the play and the baseline did not. If you recall, at the end of the first quarter, Tyree Barbabe hit a three that should not have counted, but did. And on second review, it looked to be a travel there, so the referee on the far sideline probably making the correct call there as we get a shot of these very rowdy Old Bridge high school students and the impressive athleticism shown by their cheerleaders. So Old Bridge now with new life of their own. After squandering the basketball, they get it right back on the turnover. And the winner of this game will need the eye of the tiger to survive as it plays over the loud PA system. You have to think this is Julius Belton time for Old Bridge. Whenever they need a bucket, they have to go to him. He can just slice his way through to the rim at will, it seems. So that is the obvious play, but Piscataway might have to try and deny him the basketball. Old Bridge has several other players that can beat them. Loud Old Bridge chant coming from the Knights students. It's Oliva, Sean Williams, Jared Meyer, Julius Belton, and Jack Starner getting the call. 36.3 to go in the fourth. It's Edmond, Chandler, Barbabe, Davis, and Peterson for Piscataway. 30 seconds left in the fourth. Game is on the line. Belton will drill this out. 25, 24. Chandler content, and Darius Griffin puts up his hands. He's also content to run this out and give the Knights potentially the last shot. 15 seconds. 14, 13 for Belton. Meyer, far side, back to Belton. 10, 9. Meyer, back to Belton. 5 seconds left. Back to Meyer. Belton open. It's 3. No good. And it's overtime. My goodness, Belton was wide open for 3. He could not connect. And 32 minutes could not decide this one, so we will go 4 more here in OT. What a ball game here at Old Bridge. A couple stats for you. Leading the way for Piscataway, Antonio Chandler with 18. Mark Davis with 12. Old Bridge, Julius Belton with 21 points. Michael Leva, 19 in his own right. And that is 40 of the 53 for the Old Bridge Knights. And more time on the game clock means more time to plug our great sponsors, Civilli Cucina Italiana, where you could go every Sunday for family style. Sunday, only $25 per person, the best portions at the best prices. You can visit them at 154 Main Street in Metuchen. And the law firm of Garces, Grabler, and LeBrock. With many branches and many lawyers, they have loads of experience. Well, they are your neighborhood firm. Garces, Grabler, and LeBrock, big enough to win, but small enough to care. This is James Corrigan on hand in the GMC Hoops Game of the Week. Next week for the holiday break, we will be off, but we will be up and running shortly after that with many games coming in the new year to bring you the most exciting action coming from the most exciting conference here, the Greater Middlesex Conference in Middlesex County. Sean Williams to jump with Antonio Chandler. Chandler wins the tip backwards easily. And Piscataway will start moving from right to left. Hernandez right around Starner to the left side. He's called for the charge. Sean Williams puts his body on the line. To start the OT, it's Hernandez, Chandler, Barbabe, Mark Davis, and Edmond. And I don't know about that charge call, to be quite honest. When the second look, Hernandez was perfectly in control, and that's his 5th foul. He was in control of his body, darted around his man to take the charge. But the referee's whistle goes his way. And Keyshawn Peterson will re-enter for Hernandez. Piscataway fans very unhappy for that, with that call. Referee's whistle has been fickle tonight at best. It's Meyer. Still Meyer on the Old Bridge Knights logo. Belton. Got it by Barbabe, still tied here. 3:23 remaining in overtime. Still Belton. Goes left. Left corner. It's Oliva for 3. Short. Belton grabs the rebound amongst the trees. Chandler guarding. Still Belton. The high scorer on the day with 21. Sean Williams. Flex play here for the Knights. Oliva off the screen, no room to shoot. Starner. Back for Belton. 2:45 left here in OT. Still Belton on the mid-court Knight logo. Goes right. Oliva, catch and shoot. 3 again, it's good! 2:23 left in OT, Mike Oliva. No matter how many times he may miss in a game, you seem to be always surprised when he misses, and you're never surprised when he drains it from downtown. In the post, Davis turns left, and he gets the and one! Starner commits the foul. 5 fouls on Jack Starner, which will put him out of the game. And that's 14 points now for Mark Davis. Starner exits, having fouled out Ryan De La Cuesta. The junior will re-enter the ball game here in overtime, 2:09 remaining in the fourth. Davis to put his side even with the Old Bridge Knights at 56. He does. Tie game, 56 apiece, 2:05 left here in the fourth. Belton walks it up. Williams hounded by Davis. De La Cuesta, back to Belton. Turns, drives, splits defenders, he had one! Oh, doctor! .23 for Belton, and no two bigger than that layup right there. This crowd explodes at Old Bridge, and Julius Belton stating an early MVP case. And he makes the free throw to boot. 3-point lead for the Knights. 1:47 to go in OT. Barba Bay, pass tipped out of bounds off of Williams of Old Bridge. Will remain with Piscataway. Chandler. Peterson. Barba Bay, he might be open here. He pulls up, misses left. Belton the rebound. Jim McComber wants his team to slow this pace down. They can dribble it out. Piscataway would have to foul. Old Bridge with a 3-point lead. 1:20 to go now in OT. Still Belton. Davis has to get up on him. He does. Belton dribbles out. Creates the space to stop the count repeatedly. Davis has to stop falling for these ball fakes, these head fakes here from Belton, just like that. Belton just dribbling it out on his own. And finally he gives it off to Williams and he gets it right back. Jab step creates the space. The space stops the count. 48 seconds left in OT. Davis still guarding Belton. Piscataway is going to have to double here at some point, you would think. 40 seconds left. Double bonus for both teams here. Now they double. Belton to Meyer. Back to Belton. They double Belton. 30 seconds left. Belton weaves through and weaves around back. Oohs and ahs for the crowd. Belton goes around the world with 23 to go. And they finally foul the star point guard, Julius Belton, the hero of the night. Have you seen a one-man show like this? Not in quite some time with my eyes. Third foul called on Antonio Chandler and a timeout called by Coach Jim McComber of Old Bridge in what has to be described as an instant classic here. Full timeout. We will go the full minute. We thank everybody who's joining us right now on YouTube, courtesy of Ryan DePaul's RD Plex Films. Big result, by the way, in a GMC crossover matchup. Colonia defeated the Carteret Ramblers 49-41. They are 3-0, and they have a strong case as well to be the #1 team in the county. Chad Baker especially has played at an MVP level for Colonia so far this season. Carteret suffered a very surprising loss to Spotswood, even though it shouldn't be as much of a surprise considering the level of play that they provide to the floor and how hard it is to play at their gym. Also, after 3 quarters, St. Joe's leads Monroe 56-32, so a comfortable win on the horizon for the Falcons. But right now we have 22.5 seconds remaining here in the overtime. Old Bridge 59-56 on top of Piscataway. It'll be Belton to the line for 2 shots after the double bonus foul by Piscataway's Antonio Chandler has put him to the line. Old Bridge will looks like they will not contest this rebound. Probably smart to not risk the foul and to set up their defense. Belton with 24 points. First free throw. Got it. After the dribbling exhibition that Julius Belton just put on to waste the time, 22.5, Julius Belton puts his team up by 5 points. 20 seconds, 19. Barba Bay up the floor. 1-3-1. It's Davis right side, lays it in. And a quick timeout call by Darius Griffin, senior of Piscataway, with 15.1 seconds to go in overtime. Remember, in high school, not unlike in college, the clock does not stop on a made basket late in the 4th quarter or overtime. The clock will run after a made basket, so Darius Griffin has to call time to stop the clock. Old Bridge turned it over on an inbounds pass earlier. Now it's underneath their own basket as it was tied with less than a minute to go in regulation. They have to be careful here on the inbounds play. Jim McComber drawing one up as we speak. Once again, a great shout out to our sponsors, Civilli Cucina Italiana and the law firm of Garces, Grabler, and LeBrock, as well as to Greg Machos of GMC Hoops and to Ryan DePaul of Artiplex Films, doing a great job manning the camera tonight, per usual. Double bonus time for both teams when it comes to the fouls. Right now for Old Bridge, it's Sean Williams, Julius Belton, Michael Oliva, Ryan De La Cuesta, and Jared Meyer. Piscataway has to be wary of foul trouble here, as they will send Mark Davis, Tyree Barba Bay, Andre Edmond, Antonio Chandler, and Keyshawn Peterson onto the floor. It's Meyer to inbound for the Knights. Finds Belton, double teamed, spins around, he's pushed and fouled. Free throws here probably will ice the game, and Peterson picks up the foul, his first. Did not start the game now in due to the fouling out of Christian Hernandez, the chief point guard. But it's Belton to ice it with 12.1 to go in the 4th quarter, his tied up 3. With 12 seconds left, that should maybe do it. Piscataway would need a quick 2, a timeout, and then a steal. Second for Belton. He hits both to the surprise of no one. 5-point lead, 10 seconds left. Left corner, Chandler fires a 3, short. Belton grabs the rebound, 4 seconds left, and they foul. Belton now with 28. He is fouled with 2.9 remaining in OT. And he will have a chance to go 30 points. Combine that with 22 points for Michael Oliva. Belton and Oliva right now have combined for 50 of 63 points for Old Bridge. Belton has a chance here to crack 30. He's 1 away. Belton, 30 points. 65-58. Barber Bay heaves it, and a statement made by the Old Bridge Knights as they defeat the Piscataway Chiefs 65-58 in overtime. If this is how the season's going to start, just wait till we get to the business end of this season. My goodness, 30 points for Julius Belton, 22 for Jared Meyer to lead both teams in scoring. For Piscataway, 18 for Antonio Chandler, 17 for Mark Davis, 10 for Edmund, only 7 for Tyree Barber Bay. But just an excellent affair here tonight as Old Bridge moves to 3-0 on the season. Piscataway will drop to 1-2. Hard to put much stock into that 1-2 record considering their level of competition. Beating St. Joe's, losing to Linden Tigers, and now here tonight to Old Bridge. And they play the Elizabeth Minutemen on Saturday. Another likely defeat for Piscataway, but this is one of the top teams without a doubt in Middlesex County. So Piscataway can take comfort in the fact that they competed so well here tonight, but they will fall short. And Old Bridge now has a commanding lead in the GMC Red Division. So that's going to do it for us here tonight. Thank you to Greg Machos, the founder and president of GMC Hoops, for all he has done for Middlesex County High School basketball. Thank you to Ryan DePaul and RD Plex Films for doing an outstanding job here tonight. Thank you to our sponsors, Seville, Kachina, Italiana, and Garces, Grabler, and LeBrock, for all of their support. We will not have a game next week during the holiday break, but you can stay tuned for all our schedule after the holiday break in the new year of 2019. You can stay tuned on Twitter at GMC Hoops on Twitter, and follow me on Twitter at Real Corrigan. So for all of us at GMC Hoops and at RD Plex Films, this is James Corrigan. Old Bridge takes it in overtime, and we will see you soon.